on here to talk to us this morning, but my son is at home, people. So excuse me if you see him walking around. So what I was saying is, I love this dress, but it keeps going up. And there's a button here that I need to close, but I thought when I close it, it's gonna strangle me. And now I've not closed it, it's still strangling me. Anyway, I still love it. So yeah, people, what I was saying is that I already explained that part, which is when you are on a journey and the people you are dealing with, they're not on the journey. You have to remember that. And this is the hardest part of trying to change your life and the way you think and the way you see people. And just decided to get away from arguing and fighting and just unhappiness and or mixing the two. Don't worry about it. You can never get away from unhappiness because this is just life. We have the two. But you have to make sure that the unhappiness is not going to dominate you. I keep fighting my whole life to not allow the unhappiness to dominate me. This is why I think it's not so hard for me to start this journey or talk about it. And I don't have the ego to talk about it, to stop me from talking about it. Simply because I already, even though I have this childhood trauma thingy, I still was fighting. Like, I have this happy side that I never let go. But some of us let our happy side go a long time ago because of life, you know. And this happy side is amazing. It's good for you. So don't let it go for no reason. Keep on to it. And try to even find out how to increase it. What's the English word? How to water it. You know, if it's like a flower, water it to grow more. Because the more you neglect it, the flower dying, and you're focusing on this unhappy side, you can never be happy with the unhappy side. Number one, the human beings that you are dealing with in this world, they're like you or worse. Broken and miserable as F. So, how are you going to expect them to behave? This is what I wish I knew a long time ago. But like I told you guys, I'm doing a lot of reading and research to change my mind. Instead of just focusing in my comfort zone and do what I used to and just run away from the truth like many of us do. This is not easy then. To even try to change, not to mention, to talk about it. It's very embarrassing. Don't think that I'm not embarrassed for talking about it. I am. But most of the things I'm talking about, I'm embarrassed talking about it. Doesn't matter what is it. But I just feel like it's something that needs to be said and need to be fixed. This is why I'm like, huh? And then some of you might think that, oh, what kind of person is this? They have no shame or what? No, I do. I'm still going to talk about things that I feel like need to be addressed. But as I dive in deep into this journey, I will learn how to talk about things better. But the reality is, a lot of us need to be in this journey, and we're not going to be on it. Because a lot of us have a lot of ego. So we're not even going to confess that we have to be on it. Oh my God! I love this song. I'm going to dance. Hello guys! On here to talk to us this morning, but my son is at home, people. So excuse me if you see him walking around. And it's so bright again, people. The window light again. The morning wind. It's not easy to be on a new life journey. Like, to just change your personality and just change the new you towards how you treat yourself and how you treat people, and you know, just. And then if you have a pain that maybe you need to heal, you can also then focus on healing the pain and healing others' pain too. Because the reality is a lot of us have pain. It's just a matter of who is brave enough to talk about their pain. So when we know that, and knowing that it's important to be on a journey like this, Then we are going to be on the journey. But like I said earlier, we have to remember that just because we think and admit that we have to be in the journey doesn't mean that everyone is going to do that. The top is choking me again. The dress. Don't know why they make it like this. Almost obscene. So that doesn't mean that everyone has to be in the journey. And this is the hardest part, because then you feel like you want everyone to be in the journey. Sorry. I'm just gonna load this down and put it here. I feel like it's distracting me. You feel like everyone has to be in the journey, because then you see how amazing this journey is. And then you see how beautiful life is, and how beautiful just you yourself is, and life, and just you even regret why you didn't use this journey a long time. You know, like why you're not living this journey fully long time ago. Then you want everybody else to experience it. This is the sad part. This is the hard part. Okay? But as you go into this journey, you get to master this part. You get to pass it. It's not going to be hard anymore. But it takes me so long to understand this. And the hard part about this is, when I was starting this journey, I started reading, and researching, and stuff. But I never come across someone who explained this to me like this. Like how hard this is going to be, because the people that are not in the journey, and because of your mind, it's not going to remind you that, remember, these people are not in the journey with you. Leave them alone. I never have someone explain this to me properly like this. This is why I feel like I want to talk about this. This was just, by the way, number one part of the topic, and I'm going to explain all day in this number one, because you know me. When I'm explaining things, I like to take my time. I feel like when you explain things in detail slowly, you're going to take long, but at least if it's one thing you explain, people will get it, than just saying, nah, da-da-da, and then jump to the next topic, da-da-da. So that's why sometimes it takes me long to finish one topic. But doesn't matter, we can always talk about the rest next time. But hi, just for us to know that when you are in the journey, oh my god, people were typing and I'm just like, hi. I'm just like, not even read that. Sorry guys. So to realize that this journey is good for any of you that that want to do this journey, to know this now. That's why I want to talk about it today. A lot of people want to be in this journey, by the way. They just don't have the courage to start it, or to even admit that they want to be in this journey. You don't have to be in this journey and you have to tell people that I'm in this journey. Well, depend. You can tell certain people that are too close to you, and especially if they're making you angry. Like me, I tell my children that I'm on a journey, mindful journey, healing my childhood trauma journey, just journey, new journey. So do not make me angry all the time. I know you are young. I know you're going to do mistake, but learn to understand that I'm your mother and listen to me more. For example, when you do certain things and I tell you, don't do this again, remember not to do it. Don't just keep on repeating it all the time and make me angry. I told them this, but they're still young. It's not easy, especially my son. My daughter have her own side. They have different personality. So, for example, this one is very good at this thing and the other one is very good at the other thing. They're like that. So, but thankfully, they're working with me. They're working with me to give me peace so I can focus on this journey. So they're really trying their best, and I'm so grateful for that. They are listening more now even. So when they do something to annoy me, I am not embarrassed or have ego to tell them, look, remember I told you guys I'm in this journey. So give me peace. Don't do this. And then they're like, oh, sorry, mom, and we move on. But if you have ego that you cannot tell your children I'm on a journey, or I want to be on this journey of For example, I don't have to get angry all the time and scream when you do something wrong, for example. Or I don't want to just be that whatever, you know, that you explain to your children, and if you have a partner, you talk to them, and if you have whoever else that making you angry or making you distract your journey, you know, try to tell them. But sometimes you don't have to tell nobody. If you don't want to tell your children, you don't have to. It's not everyone that's like me. I'm too open-minded and laid back. So sometimes you don't have to tell your children if you don't want to, but just start practicing the journey. But why it's important for you to tell them is for them to be in the journey with you. When you tell them this, they can be on the journey with you without you even forcing them to be in the journey. You can also talk to them. I never talk to them about being in the journey. But my son, he just told me this morning that, oh, I've just learned something, Mom, when you just say that. And I'm going to use this. I say, really? It's the first time he told me that. Because when I talk to my children, sometimes when I think of something or something happened or something and they're around me, I'll say, oh, you know, you know, and talk about it with them. But today my son just tell me, oh, I learned something. And that was when I was telling him, because I was listening to this Ghanaian song, you know, that I like to sing. I will put the link down below after the video finishes, for if you guys that, you know, want to go and watch her. This beautiful, natural looking Ghanaian woman, young lady, who sang this We Are Going song. I sometimes change it and say Allah knows where we're going. But she normally says God knows where we're going, or heaven knows where we're going. That's what she's saying, I think. Yeah, heaven knows where we're going. This, we are going. Heaven knows where we are going. But I know we will get there. You know, like this. It will be hard, I know, that the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will get there. You know this song. So I was playing the song this morning, you know, going to the shower, playing the song, you know, take my phone with me, put it by the window, showering, singing to the song. I like to do that sometimes, you know. And my son, when I come back, you know, I went and dressed, do everything. I bring the phone back here, and the song still playing. And my son say, why is it that, you want to ask me something? So, then, thank you so much for asking people to thumbs up. Me, I even forget to ask people to thumbs up most of the time. Can't be bothered telling people to thumbs up. They thumbs up if they like it. If they don't like it, that's it. Me, I just talk about what I want to talk about, you know. Thumbs up or not. Hi, my son. Yeah, that's how he and my son in Gambia too. I mean, they both look like me. Thank you. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so when I was playing the song, my son then said to me, Mom, I said to my son, and this song amazing and motivational, great hopeless song. And you know me, I call everything hopeless. I said the best hopeless song ever. Like this song will motivate you when you feel hopeless. And he said, yes, but how come you don't get the stick of it? You every time play it. I said, Adi, I don't play it every time. I said, but when the song is motivational and good, I said, why don't you play it all the time? I said, songs used to motivate us. And even when people go to war, they can win the war because of songs. I said, songs are meant to motivate you and at the same time give you happiness and teach you life. It's just now that all the idiot people singing made the song so bad and ranchang and inappropriate and like, you know, and going crazy. Ooh, my back. I forgot my back is so kind of suddenly. So then he said, yeah, you're right. And he said that he then started talking to me. He's like, you know, the olden days people, their song, they never used to play like any instrument. What's the English word? It's just like talking. I said, yes. And it's a good talking. They never talk bad, inappropriate chaga song. They just sing to motivate you. I said, and if I said, what, you know, one thing I don't understand about human beings. He said, I said, human beings, when you're doing something that is bad, they don't tell you why you not get sick of this. But when you're doing something good, they said, why you not get bored of this? It's boring. You know, like when you are reading books or, I don't know, just trying to develop good habits, you know. They're like, this is boring. Are you not bored? For example, when you're going out a lot and now you're not going out anymore. They're like, that's boring. How are you not bored sitting at home? But when you're going out, they're never going to tell you that's boring, that you're going out all the time. When you're doing anything bad, if any of you ever hear someone tell you that this is boring and that is a bad thing, tell me. Only if it's a bad thing that they don't like. I'm not saying that, like, for example, but I'm not saying that. But normally when it's something good, they're going to tell you this is boring. Oh, I cannot do this. I get bored. I don't like reading. It's boring. I don't like walks. It's boring. Just walking around like a lost goat. I don't like that. It's boring. I don't like that. It's boring. I don't like marriages. It's boring. I don't like relationship. It's boring. I don't like cooking. It's boring. I don't like that. It's boring. Pardon me. Everything good now become boring. This is how miserable we are. What? When you're doing anything that is bad, no one will tell you, for example, I don't like ordering takeaway, it's boring. They never normally say that. They even look forward to ordering takeaway. Auntie thinks so that is the boring thing. Not that I never order takeaway, but hardly ever. I can count how many times I order takeaway living here. Not just because I don't have the money. Shopping and cooking every time is expensive too. But it's just boring and insane. You don't know how they cook it. I work in restaurants here. Some restaurants look nice and fancy, but it's not like that. And the staffs are not the same. Some staffs are lazy and wicked. As long as they know that they're not eating the food, they can make it anyhow. Go to the toilet, not washing their hands and going crazy. Sorry, it's not that I'm discouraging you, but for example, people don't call those things, you know, boring. It's boring when someone just hand over the food to you and you don't know how to cook it. When you can go on YouTube and look up how to cook Everything is on YouTube. You try. If it's not good, you keep trying. No one is going to do something good the first time they try. I don't think even God was good at talking the first time he started talking. I mean, this prophet, you know, that prophet God or whatever, this prophet that was talking to people, our prophets, all of our prophets, I don't think they just start talking to us and they master how to talk to us. Don't you think so? So, why us human beings, when we want to do something good, people say that it's boring, and then we start thinking it's boring. You have to have a stubborn mind. If you don't have a stubborn mind, you cannot change nothing. I learned it the hard way too. Because people will tell you this is boring, and then you're going to think, oh, this is boring, they're right. Let me do something else that is not boring. And then whenever some people start new journey also, or just want to change, or want to do something, it's because everyone call everything boring. Now they also develop this. This boring word is very damaging, by the way, people. I'm not joking. This boring word is very damaging. Depends when you use it and what you're using it for. But we are too used to using it. We don't know the damage of it. That we use it for everything. That's why we are ruined now. To stay at home is boring. To read your books is boring. To show love to your partner, boring. Show love to your children, boring. Show love to your mom, boring. Have manner at work, boring. Go for a walk, boring. Read a book, boring. Listen to motivational talk, oh, too boring. What is not boring? Partying, drugs, having sex anyhow like a lost goat. I've never seen a lost goat that is doing that anyway, but having sex with different people, fun, different people, everyone different style. They say, oh, that's fun, that's good. Drugs, that's fun. When you get high, you feel whatever. I've never used drugs, but people say that when you get high, you feel I don't know what. Just insane stuffs are not boring. Aren't these scary people? And we also have the other worst enemy, which is the ego. No one is want to change. No one is going to say that I'm on a journey, or I want to be on a journey, or I'm on a journey. Everyone think the journey is not for me. I'm too perfect for a journey. Journey of what? But then the sad part is that we pay for these prices, because all this bad thing that we are calling boring is now, that's why we are suffering now. The good things, we call them fun. That's why this fake good thing, they're dealing with us. That's why the whole world is suffering. To have manner is boring. So you have to talk to people anyhow, insult them anyhow. And they can react back to you, and you react back, and you react back for the next 10 years. Everyone is like, me, I'm not changing. You don't like this, that's what I'm going to say. I know you don't like this. I know they don't like this, so I'll say it. They're also going to say what you don't like, and the cycle keep going. I recently, because I told you guys, I fall out of my new journey. This year was supposed to be the next level of my journey. This year failed everyone, not just me. This year bring the best out of a lot of us. The worst, sorry. And the best. So I learned a lot of good things this year. Don't see me like this with some ridiculous videos I did this year. If you know the amount of reading I did this year, and the amount of listening to good audiobooks, and just writing, even though my writing is not good, I make so I know how to write what I want to say. A lot of thinking, I did that too. So this year also did something good for me. But why it's very hard for us to change is that, and we need this changing, is our only medicine. Number one, if we don't change, we cannot become one to work together. If we don't apply mindfulness, especially us African, black people in general. I don't know who invents, what's the word? Who created the word mindfulness? But they created for black people. The amount of mindfulness the black community need is not in the English dictionary. We have to create our own mindfulness from the sky. That's how much we need it. The one in the dictionary is not enough for us. But a lot of us don't even know the word mindfulness. This is the problem. I never even know the word until a few years back. And when I heard about it, I still was ignoring it. And when I watched some videos about it, I was like, oh, boring. What is this? Mindfulness. Morning. Hi, guys. How you week been? How you been? Wonderful. I hope you guys having fun. Today we're going to talk about mindfulness. I'm like, oh, click out. And just find the next jump about a video, you know, and like, good. This is fun. And that's how a lot of us are until now. It's not that I don't watch jump average videos. We all human. Depend what type of jump average video, but sometimes your mind is like so evil, like find a break and watch this. But aren't you also gonna watch the mindfulness video and enjoy it like the way you enjoy the jump average video? At least balance the two, and then your mind can have the chance to decide to tap into the mindfulness a little bit at least. You need it for you. I know this because I benefit from applying mindfulness in my life. I swear to God, people. The more I apply it, the more I learn to let go, to leave people who are not in the journey with me, to continue finding bridge. The more I fall in love with myself and nature, I love nature anyway, mindfulness or not, but I love nature more and I perceive nature more. I just understand human beings more, and you just have a new relationship with you, your children, your everything. Your partner, if you have one, your family members, everything will change. And that happiness and that peace, nothing can replace it in this world. But if we just think that if we start a new journey, people will find us boring and leave us alone. At first, it might be hard because people will judge you, you know, and call you whatever. And they're going to say that, yeah, you needed this journey the whole time. I know it, Emilio, find a barrier. You need this journey the way you are. not realizing that they're worse than you. They're just not checking themselves. They keep checking on you instead, which all of us do that most of the time. But when you are in this journey, you start checking yourself, not the other people. And that make a big difference. When we all start checking on ourselves, that's when we can finally have peace. Until then, we just continue checking each other. You find a barrack, and the other one is like, where's your barrack? And the other one is just keep going crazy. Because the reality is, we all need a barrage. Sometimes the way we behave. Until when we are in this journey. When you are in this journey, you realize that you don't need a barrage. You can find a barrage maybe, but just maybe to stand there and take videos or whatever, or walk across. Not to find a barrage looking to jump off to try to see how high the bridge is. Because then you're at peace. You don't even think of finding bridge to jump then. You see? So, I wanted to talk about that, you know, this boring thing that I was talking about with my son today, you know, from the song. When I say that, he said, you're right. I said, Adi, you're a man and you're young. I said, if you keep calling all the good things boring, you're going to fall into the trap of a lot of young people now. This is why their life is all miserable. They call the good things boring. Their friends call the good things boring, and they allow that to sink into their head. And then the bad things, the drugs, alcohol, sex, young age, all these bad things, they call it fun and good. This is why the world is the way it is. The olden days people, they don't call the bad things, you know, good. So, until we know these things, we're not going to get anywhere with life. But I'm just inviting all of you to go in this, to start this mindful journey and this self-growth journey and this changing. Everyone knows the certain things that you need to change, you know, like, you know, for example, if you are a liar, or if you are always just angry and have a temper problem, or if you are trying to fix everyone apart from yourself, or if you like spend too much money on unnecessary things, or if you struggle to give love and care to the people who deserve it in your life, or anything like this, you know. And these things, we have to work on it for us, like I said. But it seems so much like we're doing it for the other people though. Simply because once you master them, you have to imply it on these other people. What's the English word? Like, you have to give it to these other people. Okay? And a lot of us are so stingy when it comes to giving good, natural good things that God gives us for free. Like giving kindness, giving manners, you know. Talk to people, even if you're angry or you don't like what they're doing. Talk to them with manners still. It's free. 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 But we're so stingy to give it. We feel like we can talk to you anyhow and do anyhow. And then people talk to us anyhow back, and we just continue the circle, keep going. And when you talk to people with respect, they talk to you back with respect. You talk to people with love and care, they talk to you back with love and care. Because a lot of people are not in this journey. Like I said, they need to be on this journey themselves, but they're not. So if you talk to them back, they will talk to you back. You see, because they're not in the journey, they don't care that, you know, that they need to maybe look at you like, oh, this person is not in my journey, let me leave them. They don't have that. They're not in the journey. They don't even know what mindfulness is. They're like you. So if you go rage, they will go even worse ghetto. And then you still cannot say that I shouldn't go rage. You say that they shouldn't go ghetto. And then you just keep going circle like 5-year-olds, you know. That's how this world is now. And this is not helping us. Look at how miserable we are. And we have everything now. If you think you have nothing, you have everything compared to the olden days people who were happier. Olden days people were happier, even though they have nothing, because they have these things. They have mindfulness, respect. Guys, if you know yourself and you know you need to try this journey, try it. You don't have to buy any book, even if you don't have money. Lot of videos on YouTube about it. A lot of vloggers talk about it and do videos about it now. A lot of people realize, even doctors, scientists, people, therapy people know how the world needs this now. The amount of people killing themselves every day and going on drug every day, drunking themselves to death every day, just too miserable to even smile every day. It's scary. And you guys see it. When I see it, this is why I back out. I can easily continue fighting people and going crazy, and just do whatever I want. I'm an adult. No one control me. No one pay my bills. You even get more support sometimes when you go like that, because you have miserable people like you join you and like it. But you have to think beyond that. Look at the human beings and the world and think what they need. They need this one or they need this one. You yourself, you're happy when people give you this one or this one. If you look at it like that and you're honest and you don't have ego, you can easily get rid of this other one that you don't need. This video is just taking the whole time again. I don't even know if I'll talk in Wolof. I need to do this video in Wolof soon, but maybe I'll sit down and record myself because this is important. And I have some Senegalese viewers that don't understand Wolof, English, sorry. But guys, it's easy and it's very hard because of the ego, to confess that you need to work on you. Like I said, a lot of us, it's hard for us to work on us because we're dealing with a partner or children or just boss at work or people who need to work on them too. And they're not even going to admit that they need to work on them, not to mention working on them. Then it's hard because we try to work on us and they keep annoying us, and doing things that we don't want or try to push us to bring us, the old us back. Say things or do things that we don't like, pushing us for us to bring the old us. So it's very hard. But when you understand that these people are not in the journey with you, it changes everything. And when you also understand that if you keep following them, they're going to keep doing new thing every day for you to follow. You do new thing, they do new thing. You do new thing, they do new thing. So it's up to you to grow above them and change and leave them. Even if you're not going to influence them to change, you will influence other people to change. Than you following them and influencing other people to follow them too. Because now not just they're winning, but they're stupidly winning. They're winning in a stupid, insane way that is going to lead some people into dying in the future. Winning is good. But don't you think that we all need to win at least in a way that is going to benefit the society? Even if you're winning and changing one person's life. When we try to just push the ego a little bit, everything will change. We will teach our children that. We will teach the rest of the world that. We will have peace. Learn to appreciate things. Learn to appreciate yourself. A lot of us don't appreciate ourselves at all. Don't like how we look. Don't like who we are. What is wrong with how you look? How you look is only not good to you because you don't like it. That's why it's not good to you. Because you don't like it. Each and every one of us have stuff in you that is very ugly. It's up to you to focus on it. Some people, you look at their body, how God built them, and you think that they don't have nothing that is ugly. They have other thing that is more ugly. Maybe it's not in the physical look. Maybe it's how they think or who they are here or what they do behind doors. They have some habit that is so ugly that you don't want to have it maybe. This kind of thing. So don't look at one person, a model or something, thinking that, this person look good, look at me, look at my nose, or look at my this, or look at my that. Because jokes aside, that person might have something in them that you don't want. It could be something that they do, or one of their characters who they are inside that you don't know. That is very bad and need a lot of changing. And if they're not lucky, it will never change, because it's not a lot of people that are ready to be in this journey. So never look at yourself and put yourself. And the moment, I don't care the whole world putting you down. If you put yourself down, that's when you are really down. But the whole world can put you down and you're still up. You know, I like to listen to this guy called Lance Brown, this American motivational speaker guy. He has amazing story, you know, Lance Brown. I like him. And he's like a comedian when he's speaking. He's very funny and just... One of the story he was explaining about this young black kid, you know, long time ago, the story he said, he was in the bus, something like this, and some kids were fighting him. Something like this, and like trying to push him, to fall him down. I don't know if some of you listen to him, you might hear this story. So they keep dragging him off. It was either in the park or in the bus, something like this, can't remember. They keep dragging this child down, the other children, the other bully children. And he keeps saying, leave me alone. And they say, no, they keep dragging him and put him on the ground and like hold him on the ground. And he said to them that, you can hold me on the ground, but I am still standing inside. I'm still standing inside of my body. It was a very funny story when he explained it, but it's the truth. A lot of us can try to pull us down, you know, talk to us in a way that we're going to feel so hopeless and so feel so down or feel stupid or feel unworthy or whatever. Not just physically pulling you down like what happened to that child, but us adults, we are very good at this. Nowadays, the whole world, like I told you, the whole world needs to be on this journey, almost all of us. So it doesn't matter black, white, Indian, all the communities are full of miserable people. That's just how the world is now. I don't know why. I hope it gets better. But when people pulling you down, or life pulling you down, and you feel like you are standing inside of your body, then you are still standing inside of your body. It's all about how you feel. It's not about what people do or did or are doing or are thinking. It's about how you feel. If you feel that you are standing inside of your body, then you are still standing inside of your body, even if they hold you on the ground. But if you feel like you're on the ground, even if no one holding you on the ground, you are still on the ground. I am so used getting me, right? I am so used are clever, used getting me, right? Guys, once you know these things, everything changes. Because these things are lacking, that's why we cannot do anything that we want to do in life. For example, me, since I start doing the videos, I do like motivational, comedy motivational videos, you know, this is who I am. And then I talk about child marriage and then talk about our community issues and stuff. And sometimes I over talk about it or talk about it in a ridiculous way, of course, you know, the community issues especially. But that child marriage too, some people feel like I'm talking about it too much and stuff. And just talking about stuff too much in general. And that I am crazy and I am whatever, I am traumatized and mad and looking for view and whatever. Calling me all kind of name over the years of me talking. I got my community calling me all kind of name. Some telling me physically that I am mad, I have to be in the mad hospital and everything. And it's true, everyone knows that no human being will go through what I've been through and they're not traumatized. Are you God now or what? I am so even the prophet that passed here, if he was one of them, they will be traumatized, right? Subhanallah. So And even though I start talking and I explain my child marriage stories to my community from the beginning, it was good and it was bad, but it was good because in a way it makes them understand, for example, who this woman is talking, why this woman is talking. Well, not all of them. Some of them still know, but they still use it to bully me now. They're like, ooh, she's mad, traumatized, mad, you know. So as people bully me over the years and just everything going crazy, I get more, you know, like, this make my videos worse over the years. Some of you that know me, you know, when I first started doing the video, it wasn't like this. It was just like comedy, you know, and talk about things. And, you know, even though I wasn't very good at the camera, I didn't have the courage. I was still just like talking peacefully, talking mindful talk, you know, because I've been reading good books for years. It's just now that it's kicking in more. It takes years to kick up, to kick. I think for me, why my journey take longer, my back, is that I started the journey, not long I started doing videos. And when I talk about my child marriage story and I was still talking about our community issues and everything else and doing comedy. And then later on, I joined politics too. That was the worst mistake of my life. I shouldn't join the politics. So I joined the politics because the president was new and people bullying him a lot. And I was like defending him. And then I just start having more enemies, you know. Some people don't like me because the way I address the community, like address them, you know. And some people don't like me because I was in politics talking about let's help the president, and they hate the president. And just I was doing it. Some politic videos was bad too because a lot of people were doing really bad politic videos, you know, like basically bullying the other party people or whatever, you know. So I did some of that too. All of that just bring me more enemies. And I get people bullying me more, calling me mad and everything, you know, just going crazy. And then I did some crazy videos too, you know, like, it's like they, and I'm like, you know. So that add to why my videos take long to settle into where I want them to settle. Into just this comedy, mindful, and just self-growth, and just talk about awareness of child marriage or just awareness of things, you know, and just settle here. It takes so long to get here because of the amount of bullies that I was getting and giving back. That's just the truth. And as over the years, I keep fighting, keep saying, I cannot give up this. I cannot give up this mindful journey. I must keep reading. And I must apply this in my videos fully. But it was very hard. I keep fighting back people and keep going back and then fighting back and then going back and then. But recently, especially this back pain teach me a lesson too. You know me, I'm weird. I learn from everything sometimes, almost. This back pain made me realize how nothing is nothing, that the life is nothing. And me, I don't get sick much. I thank God for that, okay? Alhamdulillah, my whole life. Even when I was in Gambia, I don't have malaria often like some people do. And when I have it, it never like the malaria that make me so sick, like people think I'm just gonna die. I thank God for that. And over the years when I live in Scotland, I never have like sickness or never been admitted in hospital for anything. Even my children, I give birth to them happily, fine. When I'm pregnant, I'm fine and well the whole time. I'm very lucky. It's just this year that I have these health issues here. But as I have this back pain or whenever I'm not well, that's when I always remember life. It's kind of like a meditation when I'm not well. I'm weird. I don't know, did that happen to you guys? I think when you are not well, it does something to you, that it teaches you how life is nothing. or when someone close to me die as well, or even if I don't know the person, when someone die that I know, or just like someone famous die, or someone that you know of, or something, it also always teach me a lesson, like to just bring me back and calm me and teach me that life is nothing. You could be next. So as I have this back pain, I sit down and think of my community. Don't you guys know that this back pain that happened to me, if this happened to any other, if the Gambians are 10, right? Or even some Senegalese, because we have kind of the same character. If it's like 10 Gambian and Senegalese that have this back pain, at least 7 of them we say that if someone take them to juju, that's why. Someone marabu them, someone trying to kill them, someone do them voodoo, that's why. 100%. Especially if it's anyone in the media. Because apparently, all the Gambians and Senegalese people that are on the media are taking each other to juju and doing some marabu, some juju to each other to die or destroy each other's life. So they can have the whole media to themselves. That's what people saying, between them. And apparently, whenever someone is sick, it's the other person, especially if they have a beef with someone. Then it's that person they have a beef with is the one that take them to juju, trying to kill them there. And sometimes they will even come and see it in their videos physically. That I'm not well because the person do it, or some people do it to me. We all know who did it. I know who did it. That's how the Gambian community and Senegal community is over the years. But you know me, I'm crazy and I'm too laid back. I will never be sick and think of no one do me anything. Instead, I will use whatever is wrong with me to humble myself more and understand that even though I do the long walks, of course, before the back, we all know that the long walk is what caused the back. I walk on Thursday, 6 kilometers from nowhere, and I've not been doing the 6 kilometers regular. I've not done 6 kilometers over the years, for the last 2 years even. Maybe it's not up to 2 years, but definitely this whole Corona time, I've not done any 6 kilometer walk, guys. Maybe 4 was the longest, and that was a long time ago. But I've been doing 2 here and there, 2.5, sometimes even 3 here and there. And that's not even regular. I keep telling you guys that anyway. Even though I started a few weeks ago, or like 2 months ago now, so the video is still up here. When I first started the long walks, I failed it. I keep telling you guys it all the time. So thank God I keep telling you guys it here. Imagine if I was lying to you guys that I'm still walking 3 times a week. I'm still walking 4 times a week, doing 10 miles a week. Remember when I started it, I told you guys I was going to do 10 miles a week, and I failed. But I keep telling you guys I failed. Imagine if I was lying that I've not failed, and then I just did 6 miles and I'm dead. My back is broken. Are you guys not going to be like, what the hell, Amy? How your back is broken, you just did 6 miles. And you will see it in my body that Amy is lying. She's not doing 10 miles a week. She's not losing weight. Because I'm losing, but I'm losing very slow. I don't know. It's not like I'm losing because I'm doing a lot of work, no. It's just I'm doing like 2 meals a day or 1 meal a day. And I'm also doing like, what else I'm doing? That's all that I'm doing. Because the walks, like I said, I hardly do them. I'm not doing them regularly. So thank God for that. But I do sometimes exercise in the house, which I told you guys that I'll do a video to show you. I sometimes take the lift, the weight thing. I have the weight thingy. And I try, but I'm so bad at it. 10 minutes and I'm dying. So it's not like I'm doing it properly at all. Or regularly. But even though I walk, and then my back is sore after that night, that evening, the sore back started after the walk. When I was cooking dinner that evening, I noticed my back was sore. And it kept getting worse. Some people will still say that somebody did something to them. Do you know how many people in my community who fell down and break their leg or something happened and they say somebody take them to juju? Or you use some bleaching cream and the bleaching cream give you some reaction, give you some pimples or some reaction to your body, because this cream has chemical that is cancer causing for your skin. Hello. And then the rest of the chemical that they put there that you don't even know what is it. And these people will have rashes and reaction from bleaching. And they will say that some people take them to juju. Those rashes are juju. Juju rashes. And they're bleaching themselves to death. Everyone seeing them so yellow. Plenty in the Gambian community side, and this always made me laugh. And you know why they're always saying that people take them to juju? Because in our community, when even this my back pain, billahi wallahi tallahi people, if I call Gambia now, for example, or Senegal, and ask my cousin, if it's Senegal, ask my cousins, you know, or my auntie. If it's Gambia, I ask, for example, my mom or my sister or anybody and tell them, I need you to go to some juju man for me and ask why my back is paining me. Because this the back pain is too much. It's now 1 week tomorrow. No, sorry, it's 1 week today. Today is Thursday. It's now 1 week since this back pain. I'm thinking this is not just because of the work. And this is how Gambia and Senegal people think, people. Whatever is wrong with us, we say, this is not just this. This is too much. It's not just this. Someone did something to them. Don't you know that me, over the years, when I first started the videos, and I do some ridiculous, crazy videos, you know, some people think that some people take me to Marabu and make me mad. That I'm mad. Some people take me to juju. I need to find juju. I said, me? No one take me to juju. I'm traumatized by what happened to me as F. And then I start to talk about it. People using it to bully me because I am also bullying people by doing certain videos that they don't like, for example, or talking about something that they don't like, for example, politics or whatever that people don't like, you know. And then people bullying me and I'm bullying back, and I am traumatized by the child marriage as F. No one take me to any juju. If I remember now that I need you to help me go to any Marabu, let them check my back, what's wrong with me. That's what they always do though. Gambia and Senegal people, if you know this, your whole life will change. If you stop doing this, your whole life will change too. If this back pain was on 10 Gambia and Senegal people, 10 have this back pain, 8 or 9 will call Africa to go to juju and check what the back pain is. Ow! My back is still paining me. I swear to Allah. Any Gambian and Senegalese people watching, you know what I'm talking about. And when they go to these marabouts, 9 out of 10 of these marabouts will tell them, someone juju them. Yeah, she have a fight with a woman, or there's a woman who don't like her, or there's a man, but they'll hardly say a man. If you're a woman, they always say woman because they know women don't get on, you know. There's a woman who don't like her, who did this. Sometimes they say fat woman, sometimes they say skinny woman. Light skin woman, which include the bleaching woman. Now you're thinking what bleaching woman you have problem with. She's the one. And even if you don't have problem with nobody, you say, maybe it's my auntie who doesn't like me. Or maybe it's this my cousin, she doesn't like me. I remember years ago, she said this or she did this. It must be her. Or maybe it's this my friend. I always doubt her friendship with me. Or maybe it's this person who want to kill me just because they're in the media and I'm in the media. You start thinking who? This is the number one reason why we cannot get on Gambia and Senegal community, by the way. Don't see us smiling. I don't want to include myself in this because me, I'm too laid back. If I was guilty with it, I'll tell you, you know me. Lot of Gambia and Senegal people, the amount of enemy they have is insane. Because the jujus create half of the enemy. You're not well. Now, for example, they will be telling me your back is sore because you have a fight with a woman, or there's a woman who don't like you who did this to you. And I'll be like, I know it. This back is too much. And they say, if you don't get help, this is going to get worse. I saw you lying in bed the rest of your life if you don't get help. But I can help you, don't worry. And they lie. And they start telling you, here, use this, do that with this, tie this on your waist, or sour with this, or da-da-da. pay me this amount of money, I help you, £100 or whatever. Sometimes they ask you more, especially if they know you're abroad. But why this is damaging is that you're making the young people to believe in these juju people more. Why they don't have to believe it more is that, number one, this juju people is not real. Or if it's one of them then know what they're doing, then the whole 9 don't know what they're doing. But they're manipulating you to make money. And they're not telling the truth too. So why you have to make the young people to believe in that? Also, the young people will be afraid of the community people. They will not even want to walk with them. Because they think that these community people can kill them with juju. Because you make them think that the juju is real. By saying that whatever is wrong with you is juju. We make a lot of our children, Gambia and Senegal children, to be afraid of Gambia and Senegal people so much that it's sad. And without us even knowing it, or we just don't care. And we expect these children to grow up and move back to Africa. Open a company there and do stuff there. Like these Americans are doing. Hell never. How the hell these children going to go there when you're telling them these people are going to eat them and pepper soup them or just kill them randomly because they're whatever? Insane. My children don't know nothing about juju stuff, or they never even hear it. Because me, I don't talk about that. I have a lot to talk about in life. I have this child marriage thing and other things to talk about. Then these fake ass jujus, lot of them are. Lot of them are fake ass as F. Senegal and Gambia, juju destroy the whole community. They cannot work for you and you are their boss and they're not going to take you to juju. Never. They'll take you to juju for you to love them, whatever you have, or whatever they want you have to do it, or you're never going to sack them. Just take you to juju. Even though you're still going to sack them if they're not listening to what you're supposed to be doing. They're still going to take you to the juju. Try to put some juju stuff or just do some juju stuff for you to love them. So then even if they're working good in the company and you love them because they're good, they will think it's the juju, that's why you love them. It's not because of their job that they achieve this. They can achieve this greatness without juju. They don't know that. A lot of us Gambian and Senegal people, whatever we have now is not natural to our head. Whatever they have, I'm not including with that. I'll never look for juju to have view. It's called Baire. They're like, give me some stuff to sour to bath with so people will love me. Some of them even say it in their videos. Physically, like nothing happening. Joking and laughing. It's very sad. You know, our community needs a lot of mindfulness and a lot of self-belief. If you know it, your whole life will change. Anyway, as Adi is here now, I'm going to end this video soon. Certain talk, I don't even like to talk when my children are around and stuff. But yeah, just for us to know that we have to be on this journey for us and our community. Because the community is amazing, beautiful, and innocent. Doesn't need some words that will make them doubt who they are or doubt who we are or afraid of us. Majority of the things we believe in so much and are afraid of, they're not real. That's the reality. They're not real. Things that are real that we have to believe in are mindfulness and working on us. These are the things that are real and going to make a big difference for our community. And it's the thing that we are neglecting more. When I notice everything change, guys. So, yeah, for me, like I said, my back pain give me more discipline and more view on life, you know. And as the back pain is getting better, I am ready to continue working again. The back pain is not going to stop me. let's see, maybe I was thinking this weekend I can be able to do some work, and absolutely I can. You can see I was able to dance and stuff. I can still feel the pain, you know, especially when I'm moving. But I'm afraid to go down the stairs though, because I live on the third floor, you know, and it's no lift. So I don't know how it's going to feel when I have to go down the stairs. I've not gone down the stairs since. But this weekend, tomorrow, Friday. So tomorrow, I'm going to try going down the stairs. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll even try to video myself, you know, when I do little walk tomorrow. Because the doctors told me that I have to walk. When I called them, they said they cannot come and help me when it was really bad. They said it's not emergency enough to send an ambulance. I just need to drink painkillers, put hot water bottle on my back, walk around the living room and stuff, even if it's painful. But I realized what they said is true. Because they said if I keep lying on the bed, the moment I get up, the pain starts again. And it's true. So yesterday I walk around a lot. I even cook. No, I cooked the day before yesterday. Super kanja. Yesterday also I walk around a lot. Today also you can see me. So I'm gonna walk around a lot the rest of the day too. Then tomorrow I will be ready to go down the steps again slowly and walk around a little bit. Go for like 10 minutes walk and 10 minutes walk back. Hoping that next week it should be healed enough for me to continue doing some miles. I'm gonna continue the miles then. Inshallah, I'm gonna be able to do 10 miles. And I'm gonna take a picture of it and show you, just like I showed you the 6 miles. Me, I used to do more than 10 miles in one day. That's nothing. There was a day I walked 21 miles or 22, something like this. Over 20 miles in one particular day. I'll never forget that day, me. So, I'm telling you, ask my children, they know me with work. They cannot compete with me with work. So this video was just to remind us that when we know these things, our whole life will change. Which is understand the community, how sickening it is. But still, love the community. Know that they're innocent. Know that this is the ongoing thing that we just keep copying. This change in the community, it doesn't happen one day. The way the community is and just the way the whole world is nowadays. It's an ongoing thing that we keep. It's a generational thing that we keep copying. It's just that we're making it worse now. People don't have sympathy anymore. You can see with the video games that they produce now. It's all about killing. People don't care about hurting someone deeply just because of one little thing or because you want them to do A, B, and C. You can talk about anything you want people to do. If you have a program or whatever, or you have a vision or a movement or whatever the hell, talk about it. But you don't have to insult the other people, for example, for not being in the journey. Just like me now, this journey. Do you think I'm going to insult you and say that you're not in the journey because you don't love yourself, you are this, you are that, that's why you're not in the mindful journey? Or am I just going to talk about the mindful journey and the benefit of it? And it's up to you to think that you want to do it or not. So we just have to all learn and try to agree to the disagree that we all need to work on us. But if we're not going to do that, that's fine. Human beings are very stubborn from day one. That is why we kill each other. But people can just continue what they're doing and leave the rest and pray for them to change one day. Because the reality, they will change one day, no matter how long it's going to take. So, leave them to it. Focus on whatever you're doing. Because this distraction that happened to me this year is happening to a lot of us. We always have goals on changing certain behavior or not going to this certain place again. But we end up going again. End up doing that thing again. Because of people influencing us to do it, or we let ourselves down, or people pushing us to do it by doing whatever they're doing. So if you are watching this and you fall out of whatever you promised yourself you're not going to do and you're doing it again, keep going. You will get there. Flip back. Don't look at yourself like, I can't do this, or I'm stupid, or da-da-da. No, you're not stupid. It's just life and people pushing you to do it again. Get back, and start fresh. Doesn't matter how many times you fall out of this thing that you're working on. If you keep trying and believe you can achieve it, you will achieve it. And that's the reality. I know this, believe me. I know it. Because over the years, I keep working on this mindful journey and I see how it's getting better every time. I fall out so many times, but I'm never gonna give up. I'm still gonna fall out. I'm not there yet. But I must get there, and I believe I will get there. And I will get there, inshallah, because I believe I will, and because I'm not giving up. And because I don't have the ego to block me. So this is what I wanted to say, and I wanted to say it in Wolof, Mandinka, and even Fula, but my Fulas are not very good. Jokes aside, I wanted to say it in Wolof, Mandinka, and English. But I end up just saying it in English because you know how I explain things. I like to explain different areas, you know, and just be in my own world, calm, explaining. So that's why I end up just doing this whole live in English again. But I will do a Wolof version, guys. I promise soon. Either I'm going to sit down and record myself or do a live. Wolof and Mandinka, I will join the two. I promise I will send a video this weekend or something. Depend how I feel because this walks that I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm scared, but I have to do it because the doctor said that I have to move if I want my back to heal. It's very serious. I have to move, they said. So, and I like it like that because I hate lying down in bed. Don't see me like this. I'm always up. I never stay all day in my room. Unless this year. Because this year, this is the third time I've been sick. I told you guys in the other video. Apart from that, I'm not those women that just stay in their room all day. No. Every morning I left my bed, I don't go back till bedtime. So, but yeah, just have a good day, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys again soon. Let me see if you guys are writing something. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, hello. Wise Eyes, good morning. Ami from California. Oh, Los Angeles. Thank you, morning. Oh, my back. Can you please show us how you tie shirt or jacket around your waist, style by sleeves? What? What do you mean? How you tie shirt or jacket around your waist? Ow, my back. My back killing me, people. I don't even know what this person mean. Jacket. If you're still watching, can you type it? Can you explain what you mean? I'm not like, I never even wear a jacket in my videos. Hardly ever. Tie. I don't know how to tie. I never wear a tie. I never even have a husband who wear a tie or anything. I never help anyone to wear a tie. Even my children, when they start high school, they already know how to wear their own tie, if you're talking about men tie. I don't know how to wear a tie at all. Oh, I'm hopeless with what this person is trying to say. Right, guys, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and season the chicken that we're going to be having for dinner. We're going to do grilled chicken for dinner. Me, I only know how to tie head tie. Head tie, I know how to do a lot of head tie styles, especially now that I don't wear any extension anymore. I love it. I'm going to do a video about this not wearing extension thing, by the way. I'm going to do a new video about it soon. If you guys want me to do the video, let me know. I would love to do a video about this not wearing extension thing. Because I love it. It changed my life. You can always come up with a style, you know, with your scarf. Now I'm going to look like, only God knows what I'm looking like. You know, for me to do head tie is easy, but it's difficult because certain head tie I just don't like. And sometimes I just start, I don't even know what I'm going to be doing. And I just, because I have this, I think it's difficult. Why I'm even joining the two, I don't know. Yeah, I think you can do it like this. imagine if I go out like this with the hair tie and the hat. And I'm like, hello, Mona, how you all doing? Hello, assalamu alaikum. How you all doing? Today we're gonna talk about mindfulness. What voice is that? Guys, you know me, I have millions of voices. When you're walking out, you tie your jacket around your waist. Walking out, tie my jacket around my waist. This person's so weird. And I don't even know what the accent, guys. Do you know what this person is accent? I don't tie my jacket around my waist when I'm walking out. Did they mean like people sometimes take off their jumper thingy? What's it called? Cardigan thingy, what, you know, this hoodie thingy, they take it out sometimes untie. Is that what he mean? Ooh, my back killing me. This person's so weird and I don't know what they're asking about. It's gonna rain, people. It's gonna rain again. I love the rain though, but sometimes you just like, anyway, you can find a break. I'm not going outside. Hello, Tima. Thank you. Hi. Huh? When you are walking out, you tie your jacket around your waist. I can't laugh. My back is killing me. Don't know why this person is asking this and who this person is. Oh my God. Oh, this person cannot kill me. I got this weird person in the comment asking these weird things. Mystic. And the name says Mystic. Very mysterious name. Yeah, Mystic. Yeah, you definitely sound like your name. What are you trying to say? Thank you so much. She said, he or she said, I look fabulous. Keep the good work. Oh, thank you. I want to get better and go back to work again. I can't wait, you know, long walks. The day I'm gonna screenshot my 10 miles walk and show it to you guys. Soon, inshallah. When you're walking out, you tie your jacket around your waist. Ah, this thing is so funny and crazy. Did you ever see me do that? Me, I don't do that. Well, what am I talking about? A few years ago when I used to walk a lot, I'll sometimes take my jacket, yeah, right, off or my hoodie thingy and tie on my waist. But why are you talking about that? Why are you asking that? This person is weird. How do I make Jill? What's that? I love you, my mom. His name Ami Joe too, and like your program. Thank you and love it so much. I live in an area of What area do you live? Oh, your mom is Ami Joe too. How wonderful. Thank you. Yep, I do it. You do it. You just tie it, sweetheart. There's no magic to it. Is that what you asked it how to tie it? You know what I want to do? Oh, you're from Newmy. You're from my area then, because my parents are from Newmy. You know the video that I want to do, and to show people how to do this, yeah, is when you have your jacket, right? I'm gonna show you guys this before I go. Woo, my waist. Oh my God, my waist killing me. And now I cannot move the chair. Ow! Because I've been sitting down for so long. This waist is a nightmare. You know when you're walking, right? And you wear your jacket, you know, like a hoodie. I normally do my long walk with a hoodie. I don't wear a jacket, it's heavy. So you know when you wear the hoodie thingy that have the zip, you know. So when I wear it and I put my phone here, because the leggings that I wear when I'm doing long walks, they don't have pocket. And I also find out that they said you're not allowed to be putting your phone on your pocket, especially Legan's pocket, because when the phone is too close to your body for so long, it's not good. Anyway, I'll do a phone video soon, because you know how we hold the phone all the time, this heavy phone, like I got the iPhone XR, is heavy. It's not good for your health with your hands, and just, this phone can be very good but damaging. I'll do video about phone soon, okay? To give tips on phone. Anyway, so then I only had to put my phone here on the cardigan, the pocket here. But when I put it there, the phone is coming out because the pocket, they make it so crazy. They don't have like a bit, like to hold here. So you can only put the thing and it's not gonna fall. They don't have that. So the pocket is just so open like this. And when you put the phone, it's just like this and just coming out. So I want to sew it. And I'm gonna do that now that you talk to me about this. I remember this. I'm gonna sew it and I'll make a video explain it, or when I do it, I'll show you guys. I don't know. Doesn't matter even if you cannot sew it perfectly, okay? Just sew it. So when you put your phone is not gonna come out. Because it's so depressing that your phone gonna keep falling, even if you want to jog or if you want to walk fast. And sometimes you use your phone to listen to music or to listen to Quran, or to just have your phone with you in case someone call you, emergency call or something. But there's no way to put the phone. Because me, I like to have a little bottle of water and my phone. And sometimes I like to have a backpack, because normally after the long walks, I can bring to the supermarket if we need milk or anything. Or just, I used to put my skipping rope in my bag, because sometimes when I walk far, I find a space to skip, because I live in a flat. I cannot be skipping here. So I used to go with my backpack, but I still want to put my phone here instead of putting it in the backpack. That is some tip that I can give you. To sew the pocket of your cardigan, you just tie it. It's no magic. Just tie it. Okay, people, I have to go now. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Inshallah. Take care. Hi, Samba. Hey, Ami. Love the dress. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna do a new haul soon. New CN haul. I have a lot of nice stuff from CN, but I'm not well enough to do a haul. But hopefully I feel better soon. Next week or the week after, I'll do nice haul. You see. Even this brown lipstick is from them. My email address is amijob1980@gmail.com. And the iCloud one is amij, just the letter J, not the whole job, 18@icloud.com. I'm so bad at giving out my details. I'm not professional with this at all. People give their details all the time, but me, I'm just finding but like, I don't want the whole world contacting me. I'm going crazy. If they want to contact, if you want to contact me like for work or whatever, or for asking questions about stuff, you can, I guess. But I guess I got this from when I started talking, and the Gambian men were just contacting me and going crazy, and some Senegal men too contacting me on Facebook, because then I used to talk on Facebook, and they were just contacting me and asking me out all the time and going crazy. I think that's when I just learned to not just give my details to people, you know. So, because some of them are not even good, and they're not even serious, and they're just talking to you, you know, because maybe they're bored, or they just saw you talking and they think you're crazy, and, you know, or they just, I don't know. What do you think? Why are they just trying to talk to you when they don't even know you, and they're not even serious, some of them. So I learned to just shut down, you know, from the viewers, and just talk and just go. I'll just talk and go. That's where I learned this just talk and go thing. But I know it's not good as I keep talking over the years now. I need to learn to like give my details to people who deserve it, you know. in case they want to maybe walk with me or talk to me about something or something. I don't know. Don't worry, you are so good. Oh, thank you. You like the dress, Anna? It's from Shein. I got a lot of new things from them. I'll make a haul soon. If you guys selling any nice stuff and you want me to do like a haul to advertise your stuff, you can contact me. I have a Facebook. Just if you type in Ami Jobe, you will see my Facebook page, and my personal Facebook is there too. You can contact me on my Facebook page. Instagram is AmiJobe_. Guys, take care. I have to go now. I'm gonna go and season the chicken. Guys, I'm gonna tell you this and don't laugh. You know how over the years I keep carrying shopping all the time and just never like get online shopping done. I had to do it yesterday because I don't have choice. My back is broken. And my son here, Adi, he went online with me and he logged into Asda website and do the whole shopping for me. Like, he's so clever, bless him. He do the whole online shopping for me. He was like, what else you need, Mom? What else you need? And we're typing and I'm telling him this and he's typing and getting everything. And he buy the whole order. He put the card details. He do everything. And he's only 12, but he knows how to do things online, bless him. So I was like, oh my God, so this is easy. And I only paid £3 plus for the delivery. It was a different price, depend when you want them to deliver it. But the 12 to 1 o'clock one was cheaper. So I choose that one. And they just delivered it and I'm so happy. So yeah, that happened. So now I have choice. I can go online if I want, but I can still go in the shops if I want. I love going to the shops because it's exercise, you know. But yeah, I can go online for like the big stuff that is hard to carry, for example. So yeah, that happened now. So this so bag teach me something new. But to be honest, I did it I think twice. All these years I live here, 14 years. I only had 2 online shopping before, years back. I think one of them, it was when I gave birth to one of the children, something like this. So it's not like I never done it. I know you can go and do it. It's not difficult. But I just keep going to the supermarket, carrying stuff over the years like mad. But anyway, have a good day, guys. See you again soon, inshallah. Bye. Take care.